If you really did get blown away, you have to make a big adjustment. Just like, I'm going to get my foot down a little bit earlier, that's not going to work. Level. This is why. All right, guys, so back to some of our hitting videos, and this is something that can really up your game in the batter's box and teach you how to set up pitchers. Now, there's two ways to do this as I see it. One of them I don't think is as smart a way to do it. The other one is a way to take advantage of something that negatively happens to you in the box. So we'll go through these. You could use either of these two versions, but I do believe number two is probably the best way to do it. Now, number one is made famous by Manny Ramirez, and you've probably heard stories about this where he would purposely get blown away by a fastball. So this is on purpose. Purposely look bad. So, whatever pitch you're trying to set the pitcher up to throw to you, you're going to look bad on. And, Manny Ramirez famously would get blown away by a fastball, or he'd look terrible on an off-speed pitch, and the very next pitch, he's hunting it. And he's looking for it in the heart of the plate. He's going to be on time. He's not going to miss it. And he was notorious for doing that and looking terrible on a swing, and then he'd get that pitch again, and he'd knock it out of the park or drive in a bunch of runs with a double and stuff like that. The reason I think this is risky is because you're essentially giving away one strike to the pitcher. You're forcing yourself to look bad on a pitch, and the reason it's risky is because now you're down 0-1, and you're just in a worse hole. And you did that on purpose. And, again, it'll pay off if you get that pitch and you don't miss it. This version, you have to be kind of an elite hitter, a guy who can make himself look bad, and then you're not going to miss that next pitch. Because, and this is food for thought for you guys, but typically when you look really bad on a pitch, the catcher, if you're in pro ball, or the pitching coach in college, they're going to call that same pitch again. Because you're giving them a lot of information that you didn't see it well, you're not on time for it if it's a fastball. And so when you look really bad on a pitch, usually it's probably going to come back again. So and this is why I like the second way, and this is something I would do in my career. Again, it's not something you do every game. It's something where, the context has to be right. But with this way, you're not just forcing yourself to look bad, but it's when you do look bad on a pitch. For some reason, you get blown away by the fastball. For some reason, you look terrible on an off-speed pitch. So this is just kind of a happenstance where, first pitch, I look bad on a slider, or I look really bad on a fastball. I get blown away by it. Now I sit on it. I'm looking for it next pitch. I need to make that adjustment in my head. Hey, I was really late on the fastball. Be early, be early, be early, be early. Tell yourself that in the box. Be so early you think you're going to be uncomfortable. If you really did get blown away, you have to make a big adjustment. Just like, I'm going to get my foot down a little bit earlier, that's not going to work. Be as aggressive with that first move as you can. Be on time, be early, I would always tell myself, and smash that fastball. Same thing with a breaking ball or a changeup. You look really bad first pitch, swing way out front of it, they're probably going to come back with it again. So now change your timing, change where you're looking. Again, we talk about with off speed, we got to look up in the zone for where that's released so it can fall down into the heart of the plate. You do this, either of these ways, guys, it's going to help you in the box, but I would always suggest doing way number two, because now you're not purposely giving away a strike. You're just taking advantage of looking bad on a first pitch. And what you'll find is that when you do look really bad on a first or second pitch, typically you want to do this on the first strike. So let's say you're in a 1-0 count and the guy throws you a slider, you look terrible on it. Probably going to give it to you again. So now you go to this approach. So use this in games, guys. Comment, tell me how you do. But this will give you a little bit of an edge, because now when you look bad on a pitch, you got to immediately think, okay, they're coming back with it. I'm hunting it. Do some damage.